Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto Takeover here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're going to take a look at a few articles, jump on over into the charts here in a second, get started with that. Bitcoin sitting right at about, let's see, where's Bitcoin at? 31,700. We're seeing a little bit more of a sell-off period as of right now. We're going to see what some of our lower price targets could possibly be during this bull market run of 2021. Also, we're going to take a look at Chainlink. We have an article here on Chainlink going forward on today's video. So let's jump right on into it and get started. All right, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make on this channel each and every single day as we continue into our bull market rally of the cryptocurrencies of 2021, baby. Let's go. All right, Chainlink, first on the list here. Man, we've seen Link put in its new all-time high. And we have an article here talking about cryptocurrency is now up 105% since January. Okay. The native cryptocurrency of the decentralized Oracle provider Chainlink has soared a new all-time high above $25 around 1500 hours Saturday. The Link cryptocurrency reached new record peak of $25.51 following a sharp rise over several hours. On Sunday, prices had dropped slightly to $24.90, up 4%. Over 24 hours, according to CoinDesk data, the cryptocurrency is now up 105% since January 1st of 2021. A year ago, Link was trading at about $2 to $3. Elsewhere, the cryptocurrency markets, man, in a flat. I just remember that when Link had hit like $10 or something like that, and then it kind of sold off. People were like, it's a bubble. See, that's why you shouldn't get into these altcoins, this and that. Well, we actually had our price targets drawn out for Link, and we'll take a look at the Link charts here in a second. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to see that our altcoin picks are doing relatively well. So we'll jump over into the charts here in a second. Let's finish off our last article here. The United States, its cryptocurrency laws, it looks like they're moving some regulations around as of right now. The U.S. anti-money laundering and combating the finance of terrorism laws, where these updates lead to crypto space. Against great pushback from the crypto industry and the price of Bitcoin, reached new all-time highs several times during the last couple of months. The United States has updated its cryptocurrency anti-money laundering combating the financing of terrorism laws. The Anti-Money Laundering Act of 2020 and the Corporate Transparency Act. Late December, Senate approved the National Defense Authorization Act as a part of legislation passed by the Anti-Money Act of 2020. So, you know, this, and I almost feel that this is probably one of the reasons why Bitcoin is performing the way it's performing right now, is just because that there is a little bit of regulatory uncertainty, as we like to call in the market. Whenever these news articles come out about, well, we need to do this with crypto, or legislation needs to do blah 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 blah, and then people get all scared and in a bunch and and start moving the market sideways too, right? The act provision brought in by the update of the Bank Secrecy Act, BSA, codifying existence of FinCEN guidance related to digital currencies, expanding the modifying definitions of provisions with the BSA encompassing value substitutes of currency. And I also heard that FinCEN was not going to be able to pass their regulations about people having to talk about what addresses they own, this and that, or fill out this long form whenever you send to a certain address. So I heard that actually wasn't going to be passed after all. Required many smaller companies to disclose beneficial ownership information to FinCEN, prohibiting a person from knowingly concealing or attempting concealing, falsifying or misinterpreting from the financial institution a material fact concerning the ownership or control of assets involved in monetary transactions if the person or entity who owns and controls the assets is a senior foreign political figure. Okay, so yeah, there's just a lot of regulatory uncertainty going on right now, and I do believe that has some effect on the market. Obviously Bitcoin kind of trending sideways, so we won't talk too much more about this. We'll jump over into the charts and go ahead and get started with that. So let's make our little transition over there. Boom. All right, so Bitcoin here on the 2 hour, this is what we're taking a look at. We have this major trendline resistance above head as of right now, and we're starting to see how that is still holding us down for the most part. Bitcoin's still sitting in a kind of a downward slope trajectory too as well. So let's kind of get a broader perspective and zoom out here. Bitcoin's sitting right at about 31,500, as you can see. And if we start to zoom out here on the 4-hour, possibly this looks a little scary just because we are seeing a blood diamond pattern here on our candle chart sticks. So we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace. And if y'all are interested in picking up that indicator package, there's a link in the description box below. Any of those links that you click down there help support the channel, so I highly appreciate it. Or you can just leave a thumbs up, and that would also be greatly appreciated. So we are seeing a blood diamond here on the 4-hour. So I'd be a little hesitant to possibly consider that we're going to come actually up and test this trend line. I've actually set an alert here for our trading group page for when we do test this trend line. You will get signaled an alert inside of our Discord server. So if you are part of our private trading group, you will get an alert whenever we do push up above this trend line here too as well. So, you know, Bitcoin likes to move at some weird hours of the night. Usually when China is awake, that's when the Bitcoin prices like to move. So we want to make sure that we have our alerts set for whenever these breaks do occur, or whenever these tests of these trend lines do occur too as well. But yeah, that that blood diamond there on the 4-hour doesn't look too pretty. More than likely, it looks like we are going to be getting another kind of like diagonal pattern down here with Cipher B, also VWAPs kind of clipping to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another red dot here on the 6-hour too as well, and possibly even on the 8-hour we could possibly be seeing some type of red dot to occur here for us as well. Money flow also sitting in a downwards trajectory as of right now. So let's zoom out here on these higher price frames and see, or on these higher time frames, just to see what we could be expecting now. You know, we are our 2-day. Let's see if we so our 2-day, we haven't tested our 100 or 21 EMA again just yet, but we want to make sure that we are holding support above our 21 EMA here on our 2-day. The 21 EMA on the 2-day sitting right at about $30,000. So if we get a close on our 2-day below that $30,000 area, that's going to be relatively bearish for us. We want to make sure that we stay above it. Money flow on our higher time frames still looks relatively good here with Cipher B. You can tell that there's still a lot of buying pressure as of right now. But you know, given some of the regulatory uncertainty going on into the market right now, we are definitely considering that Bitcoin is going to move sideways for a little bit longer. You can see how we're kind of forming this support here on the 21 EMA, but also squeezing with this resistance above us overhead with this trend line to the downside. So let's kind of get a broader perspective here. You know, if we are to see somewhat of a bigger sell-off, you know, our weekly chart is telling us that our 21 EMA is sitting right at about $21,000 or so. You know, that's for a relatively bigger bearish case scenario. We do have a red dot here on Cipher B on our weekly chart too as well. So we'll have to be a little bit weary if Bitcoin wants to possibly move back to the downside for us as well. Taking a look at our daily, we'll also take a look at the 200 daily moving average. We know that that is also something that chart analysis, that our charts like to keep a close eye on. So we'll turn on our 200 daily moving average. And where is that sitting at? It's sitting way down here. So I don't think that we'll have a big chance of moving that far down. First, we're going to be looking at holding support above $30,000. And if we are holding support above 30,000, we'll more than likely get that squeeze on the 2-day chart between 30,000 and this price target above head at about 35,000 or so. So this is going to be a nice possible trading range, but it's nothing that I would want to trade in. It just looks to be very, very choppy as of right now. But I'm definitely looking for probably a retest back up to the $35,000 area. And we have that trend line alert set for us in our Patreon page or inside of our private trading group. We basically just use Patreon as a payment processor. So if you want to join us in our private trading group, you can use Patreon as a payment processor, or you can pay with crypto, and you can message me directly inside of Discord. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Link, folks, because Link has been just hit its new all-time high, and we did post something inside of our Discord server about this too as well. So let's see, where is Mr. Linky Chainlink at? Here we are, USDT. we've hit our price target, folks, and we've had this drawn out for us here too, as well. As you can see, we are looking at probably another move for Link 2 to the upside. We'll have to wait to see if we can get this. We've hit our first price target here at $25 for Link 2 as well. But you know, some of the signs that we were seeing was money flow headed to a nice trajectory. I think we were looking at the 12-hour here. Yeah, 12-hour was looking relatively good. Money flow was in an upward trajectory. We had our green dots down here, and then we had another tight green dot on our 12-hour time frame. And I gave the signal to our group, hey, Link looks like it's probably ready to run. Higher highs here, and lo and behold, we hit that $25 area. So Link has been performing relatively well. I do think that we'll probably see some consolidation out to the side before it decides to make another move, but Link has just put in another all-time high, and I'll be making sure to keep my private trading group up to date with what we have going on with some of these alts too as well. So let's take a look at ETH as well, see what's going on with ETH. Yeah, ETH, man, we do have this trajectory down here with our 10-hour, I believe. 10-hour time frame, a higher high here on Cipher B as well. As you can see, we are definitely starting to find support back up above the zero pivot on our Cipher B charts too as well. So starting to find support above the zero pivot point, and definitely going to probably push past through its all-time high that it was just at a couple of weeks ago, you know. So this is our 10-hour chart. It looks relatively good. Taking a look at the 12-hour. 12-hour also giving us a nice green dot here on our zero pivot point to shoot us back to the upside. Money flow also in an upward trajectory. ETH looks good, man. ETH is looking really, really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up to retest some of these higher areas in our next fib levels too as well. Putting in a higher low here too, as you can see with our yellow support trend line here. So yeah, it's definitely looking a lot better than Bitcoin as of right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance just to go over it. And damn, well, damn, Bitcoin dominance still falling off here, and it could be breaking our downward sloping channel too as well. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it does look like the dominance chart is still seeing a little bit of a sell-off. Looking at our 12-hour charts here, we want to hold support above this trend line, but it doesn't look like it's going to hold support. Money flow also in a downward trajectory here on Cipher B as well with our dominance chart. And man, this doesn't look good for the dominance. So altcoins, get ready, because I think these alts are definitely going to see a nice rally into probably February too as well. Let's take a look at our daily chart, see what's going on here. Daily chart still holding nice money flow wave here, but you know, we could possibly see a bounce. I'm expecting probably somewhat of a bounce here. We'll have to wait to see how much of a sell-off this wants to give us. But momentum, at least on Cipher B as of right now on the dominance, Bitcoin dominance chart, is wanting to look for a green dot, but it could take a while. It could take a while, folks. So get ready for some of these alts. I'm keeping my trading group up to date each and every single day. We're starting to see these alts just continuously pop off on us. The fact that our dominance chart is continuing to sell off, these alts are just ready to skyrocket. So with that being said, folks, we're going to leave it there. We're definitely looking at some of the higher time frames for Bitcoin to see somewhat of a squeeze between these two price ranges as of right now. As we pointed out, this downward sloping resistance line, and then possibly the 21 EMA on the 2-day chart. So you can keep that drawn out on your charts. But as of right now, we're going to be keeping a close eye on some of these alts because they're starting to just pop off left and right. And I'll make sure to be keeping our trading group up to date. So if you want to join us in our trading group, you can join through Patreon if you want to use a debit or credit card. Or if you want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord or shoot me an email. I'll get you set up. Preferably just message me in Discord and I'll get you taken care of. But with that being said, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what alts you have your eyes on or what you think of Chainlink hitting its all-time high once again. So Ethereum possibly ready to move back into that all-time high category as well too. Just quite outstanding, folks. The cryptocurrency market is not going away anytime soon, although there's regulatory uncertainty. You can guarantee that crypto is here to stay. So with that being said, folks, I'll see you on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.